eppur si muove.
And yet, it moves. Z-Lens LLC is developing an intraocular lens that replaces the natural lens in the eye after cataract surgery and mimics its movement during accommodation. Accommodation is the ability of the natural lens of the eye to change focus from far to near. The lens is contained inside a capsular bag. The capsular bag is attached by zonular fibers to the ciliary body. When the ciliary body contracts, the lens moves forward and becomes more spherical as tension on the zonules is relaxed. When the ciliary body relaxes, the zonules force the capsular bag to flatten the lens and move it backwards. This movement changes the focal point of the lens from near to far, as the lens transitions from accommodation to disaccommodation. Our Z-Lens intraocular lens is built to mimic this movement. In the Z-Lens resting state, the optic is vaulted forward by haptics that are angled backwards. As the ciliary body relaxes, zonules pull the haptics flat, moving the optic backwards. When the ciliary body contracts, the haptics vault the optic forward. In this way, the Z-Lens moves back and forth in much the same way that the natural lens does during accommodation and disaccommodation. Before use, the Z-Lens is temporarily restrained in a flat configuration. When the natural lens becomes cloudy because of age, cataract surgery is required. During surgery, a hole is made in the capsular bag, called a capsularesis, and the natural lens is removed through it. The Z-Lens is then inserted into the now empty capsular bag with the restraining device holding it flat. The capsular bag collapses and adheres to the haptics of the Z-Lens. After a few weeks, the bag fibroses and becomes stiff, which prevents movement. To restore movement, we activate the Z-Lens by cutting the capsular bag in between the haptics and releasing the restraining device. Activation of the device can be accomplished by anterior approach through the cornea. Activation by posterior approach via the pars plana offers additional benefits. After activation, the device will vault forward. Now that the IOL has been activated, it will mimic the movement of the natural lens by flattening out during disaccommodation and vaulting forward during accommodation. In comparison, other IOLs are trapped in a rigid fibrosed capsular bag and cannot respond to the movement of the ciliary body. The Z-Lens captures the movement of the ciliary body and provides accommodation like the natural lens. Z-Lens has the potential to restore vision to millions of people who could be freed from the need for glasses. And yet, it moves.